First and foremost, let me just say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. So much to be thankful for, I know, on my end. Thankful for all of you guys following along here and all the support over the years, whether I was playing, analyst, even the go back and forth that we go through and we disagree. I love it all, and I'm thankful for it all. Thankful for all of you being fans of our game that's given me so much. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everybody has a safe and happy day with their family, and really takes a chance to step back and be thankful for all the blessings in their life. All right, with that, you guys know every week I try to break down a couple different quarterbacks or offensive situations, and earlier in the week took a look at Zach Wilson and some of the issues going on there with the Jets offense. So I always like to flip it and bring back performance that I thought was pretty solid. And so today I want to look at Kenny Pickett. I think a lot of people forgotten about him. The team's not really in it. He got thrown into a tough situation with kind of a gauntlet of really good teams, but there's so much to like about Kenny Pickett. And he played against Joe Burrow and the Bengals last week, and Joe Burrow had a great game, but he went toe for toe, swing for swing, and put his team in a position to win that football game. So I don't want him to get lost in the mix because the team's not doing well, so I thought it was a good chance here kind of middle of the season, a little past middle of the season, to take a look at where he's at and why I think the Pittsburgh fan base can be excited. All right, so here we go. Okay, I want you to notice here, little things, okay? So we've got two mugged linebackers here, safety dropping down, making it look like he's got man-to-man right here. So it looks across the board like Cincinnati's going to bring some pressure and play man-to-man, okay? So these are the things that you look for from a young quarterback, okay? We're looking at that. Now all of a sudden on the snap, boom, we're going to run back to cover two. These guys are going to pop out, and we're going to play a cover two shell right here, all right? So when you look at the situation right here, okay, we're running what looks to be a seam here. I'm not sure if this is a go, actually, or if it's a stop that converts against cover two. But either way, if we're in man-to-man coverage, we're probably down here on this side. Could go up to the top, because on the top, they're running a concept that we call under. Okay, so you could go up there, possibly, but with inside leverage, probably going down here to your one-on-one on the outside, either the go or the stop. So this is what I like, is that when the reads probably go in the other direction with this look right here, and then on the snap, they run back to two. Quarterback has to be able to change his viewpoint now, and now we're reading off of this defender right here. Okay, we got the under here. If that defender gets depth, boom, hit the under. If that defender carries with width, then we're going to try to hit this in back behind it. So watch the recognition of the cover two, then look how quickly, right? He realizes this guy's getting depth. This is the window right here. Too many guys throw this too late. He realizes he's got that hold by the linebacker. Get the ball out to your outside receiver in that window. I like it. Nice job, nice decision. Way to see the rotation of the defense on the snap. A lot of good things to like right there from Kenny Pickett. Okay, just a simple concept here. Clearing out the middle. Everybody runs it. Deep over. And we're going to chip, and we're going to go to the flat. So we're going to peek this free safety. Free safety's deep in the middle. We're going to work the over to the flat. This free safety jumps out of the middle, jumps that crosser. We got a chance for the post over the top. So you come off of this, eyes down the middle of the field. Okay, he turns to the post. Great. Now, eyes come back to this defender right here, and you decide your high-low off of that guy right there. Nice job. Look at the defender. Okay, watch the defender. Defender starts to get depth, but then he flattens his hips to the line of scrimmage. Right there, he flattens his hips, comes underneath. Great job by Kenny Pickett, a guy in his face. Boom, second level throw. Great read. Way to stand in there under pressure and deliver a big throw down the field. Okay, so we're running, we call it dig concept. Okay, here we're chipping this guy, and then he's going out in this direction, chipping this guy, and he's running an out or a choice. And it looks like this is a go, maybe a post back here on this side. Okay, yeah, deep post there. Okay, so what are we thinking right here? All right, so first thing we got to realize is that protection-wise, okay, I'm not a big fan of chipping when that guy technically is your hot guy. So what's a hot? Okay, so you guys that don't know, a hot is we're protecting with a certain number of guys. So let's just say it's 6 right here. So let's say the back is going to block this outside backer. I'm not sure he is because he's in a chip position. It's a tough block, so it may just be a 5 out, but let's just say he is. So we've got 1, down lineman 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Running back has 1. Offensive line has the next 5, okay? And again, this guy's chipping, but he's not really blocking anybody, or he'd be blocking this and we would be fine. He's chipping to help on these defensive ends and then getting out. So the problem here is when they bring pressure from outside here, we don't have anybody to pick it up. So you see right there, okay? So you see it's actually 2 guys because the back is free releasing right here. So both of these guys are hot. We don't have either one of them protected here. But you'll notice he's running down the field. He's running down the field. I got no quick throw over to that side because my guy is chipping off the end. Hate that. Don't chip if that guy has to be your hot guy. So if this guy's releasing and that's your hot throw, you can't chip because now the quarterback's going back, looks that direction. Oh, you chip. I've got no throw. What do I do in this particular look? So chips, I get it. I get it when you're trying to chip and when you're trying to help, but you can't make it when you're in a hot situation. You watch the tight end. He tries to leak out. He knows he's hot, right? He tries to leak out. He goes, oh, I'm hot, 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 hot. But quarterback, he's not out fast enough, so the quarterback has to try to make a play. Okay? Look at this. Good job by Kenny Pickett. Understanding where his options are. Everything's collapsing, and he throws it to his check down on the backside off the hot, and we get ourselves a first down. So really, really well done. I don't like the design on a hot. Understand what they're trying to do. I do. I understand they're trying to chip to help. Understand they're trying to chip to help. But we need some easy answer for our quarterback, or I just need the tight end in the back to stay in and actually block those extra guys, and we'll just throw it down the field if that's the case. But to try to go in between the two, we got to know when we can chip, when we can't chip, when that guy's vital in the pass concept, when he's not vital in the pass concept, and that's a big part of that aspect of things when you're trying to help your offensive lineman. But good job here, making a play, getting a first down when there wasn't a whole lot happening for him. He's got a little of that in him. You know, a little moxie in there, buy some time, create some plays when he needs to. We saw it in college. We're seeing it in the pros as well. Okay, I like this. So here's another look, right? It looks very similar to that first one. These guys walked up. Okay, it looks like we're in man-to-man. Looks like we're in man-to-man. Man-to-man. He's coming down. I don't know, he's kind of messing around to the inside, but it looks like he's in man-to-man, and we've got the safety going back to the middle. Again, watch on the snap. On the snap, boom. This safety's going back to cover 2. This guy's running out. This guy's their Tampa 2 dropper. Cover 2, corner staying down, safety going up over the top. So it looks like man-to-man, which again, probably take you somewhere else with the read, probably go up top again. It looks like a very similar concept, but you get cover 2, and he understands. I get cover 2, going to hold these guys with my eyes. We're going to run a hook right here in this window. So he does a nice job of holding with his eyes down the middle of the field, gets his eyes there late, and sticks it. So again, watch it from the back copy. Watch his eyes, okay? Okay, his eyes first on the safety. What are they doing? Okay, great. Now, I want to work this guy. I want to work my eyes down the middle of the field, get this guy to hold inside the best I can because we know we've got this hook coming outside of him. Nice job holding his eyes. Little quick hitch at the top. Good timing. Boom, boom. Ball's out, knows where the window is, sees the rotation, gets to the right guy, gets the completion. All right, this one here. Ran this play a lot. Not necessarily my favorite play. It's a play that a lot of people call drive. Huge in the West Coast. Okay, so we've got this. The back's going to check, and then he's going to come here. And I'm not a big fan of this because you have guys going to different zones. So against man coverage, of course, it can be good because you set a rub and you're running away from a guy in man. But in zone coverage, you're usually going to have a guy in this zone, a guy in this zone, and a guy back in this zone. So you're really counting on the defense to mess up. So I'm not a huge fan of this play. just overall against zone. But it's a staple in a lot of people's offenses. And here's what we're going to have. We're going to have what we call a semi 12-yard out on the backside. Okay, we're going to have the shallow coming. We're going to have the in, and we're going to have the back. Okay, so how I like to read this is just an alert for us, this semi. So if I get the right look, so that's corner off look, which I have right here, that's my alert. Okay, so the way I really like to read this is I like to read this 1, if I've got my alert look, okay, 2, 3, and 4 here. Okay, if I don't have my alert, then it just switches and the shallow becomes 1, the in 2, and the check down 3. So just want you to watch it, and that's what I would like him to do, because here's the other thing, quarterbacks. When I look out here to verify whether I have that or not, the beautiful thing is that it gets my eyes and my feet out there. Okay, so my eyes and my feet turn to line up out there, which is key, because when we run shallow routes, we always want to have our eyes and feet in front of the shallow route. So this is just a natural progression that I'm going to get my eyes over there to that side one way or another, whether I'm throwing the semi or whether I'm just reading what's in front of the shallow. Then I'm lined up perfectly for that, and then I can work back across. Here, would like to see Kenny set, right? Set to look to throw this, because he's got this right here. And then from there, okay, I want you to see what's going on in this area right here. And you see right there, okay, right there, we've got the semi. Okay, he's got that if he wants it. Okay, chose not to go there. Okay, but I really like this one first as it's running away from that backside defender. See the backside defender. There's a nice throw with your feet. And this gets a little bit harder because we have bodies in here, and especially because these guys are crossing. So these guys are crossing at the same spot. So one guy can cover 2. We're bringing extra bodies to the party. Makes it a little bit harder. Tries to jam it in, and you see what happens, right? Tight end's trying to settle in a hole right here. This guy falls and gets in the way. And we try to make the throw, and I see what he's trying to get at. And it's, again, he went right to the inside. I'm not really sure why he went right to the inside. But, there's a window there to make this throw. Again, to me, this is a play that just naturally works in our favor. Eyes and feet there, lines us up right there, brings us back to here, and then we can work out the front side from there. And I think he gets a completion right here. But again, just young guy, working through things, not sure why he decided to go right inside, because again, doesn't look like man coverage to me. Looks like zone here. So you expect zone defenders to be in there, but I don't know. This guy kind of comes up to jump the back, but again, he falls off. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they're playing some kind of combo man inside. But even so, with the combo man, we still like the shallows coming out there and then working accordingly to our runaways after that. Almost, though. Almost. Okay. So this is what we call, wrong one. This is what we call an influence right here. Then we're running a seam. Then we're running a stop up here. And it looks like we're coming across on the shallow. So see a lot of teams do this, right? All go X shallow, trying to read these seams to that stop, working to the shallow. Okay, and here's what I love is that, here's the thing about pre-snap. Here's what I'm looking at first. When I know that my receiver on the backside is disappearing, okay, I know he's staying underneath in an underneath zone, or he's disappearing and going to the other side, and I've got this influencer deep over here. I always want to see the backside. Okay, I always want to know what they're doing on the backside. So pre-snap, we got press coverage right there. So on the snap, I'm saying to myself, when I got press coverage, if that guy just chases my shallow, I know the best throw and the easiest throw for me is this deep over or influence post right here. But I have to verify it on the snap. So he comes back and he peeks and he sees what's going on backside. I love it. We're chasing. Now we've got this whole area over here as this guy sets and runs away. A lot of veteran guys don't see this and understand this on the backside when they've got that route, is to peek that backside, see if you got a chase coverage. Boom. Nice job right here. Now they don't complete this pass. Could put a little bit more out in front of them, but I just love the recognition. Love the recognition. If this guy falls off and he doesn't like it, no problem. Now you can just work to your stop, to your shallow over there. But I love that he's recognizing what's going on the backside. He recognizes that's an option if that backside guy chases, and he's getting the ball to the right guy, which we've seen numerous times already on this tape. Okay. So we've got the in pump right here. So we're really just trying to take a shot. We throw the in, we're trying to get this guy to squat and get the big shot over the top. It's really just a two-man route. We're full protecting everything else. And one area that I'd like to see Kenny Pickett get a little bit better. George Pickens does a great job on the in pump. You see it down here. Ooh, got a shot over the top. Is that Kenny, and he does have a little moxie to him, but I'd like to see him just step up and settle. Sometimes when he steps up, he wants to take off and run right away. And so I'd like to see him get a little bit better at being able to kind of step up, feel the pocket right there. Now settle back in the pocket, especially on a shot throw. Settle back in and just peek and see if you've got this deep one down here. If you do, take your shot. Otherwise, get down to your check down. You're all good, but just a little bit more patience in the pocket. He wants to get out and create, which I know a lot of young guys do. And there he gets there, right? He gets there. Just settle a little bit sooner, right? Knows what he's doing, gets out there. Now, good job. He turns and gets it out there. I like all of this. I just would have liked to see him, step up in the pocket and settle right there. And if he does, I think he completes this. Now he's kind of fallen and trying to make this move, and it just misses that throw right there. So all about the patience. I do like that his eyes stay down the field when he's moving, and he gives himself a shot, but just being able to be a little more patient and work the pocket, but almost got that one right there. Okay, I like this. Okay, it's a play we call POCO, post, corner, flat, and they're running this off of a pure progression, so they're going to ring the shallow back over here. So not my favorite play against cover two, okay, because this guy here does a great job. He kind of baits you into both, okay? So we can read our high-low here, and in this case, because of his shoulders being turned perpendicular to the line of scrimmage, could have easily hit this flat right here because that 29 is baiting him into trying to throw the corner, and I'm going to fall back and pick it off. So could have done that, but I like the fact that this corner is trying to midline it. You know, he's kind of up, back, don't really feel comfortable. Get right to your third progression, get through this thing, bang, get it out to him, get it completion, right? These are the things that I really, really like. Making quick, definitive decisions, doesn't feel that, doesn't come out really well. Get to your next guy, get a completion, get positive yards. Like this here, I like this concept. So I'm going to release inside. I'm going to get this guy out there. And then Pickens again is going to come up and run the corner. So come out, you're looking at your quick out, sees it, boom. He gets clamped on, he gets jumped right there, perfect. Now I'm up over the top to my one-on-one. Good patience, good delivery. Another guy coming free in his face on the twist. Stands in there, I've seen it a number of times, stands in there, delivers, nice read, nice timing, good job with his toughness inside the pocket. So you're just seeing so many good things here. Okay, so this is a similar type concept to what we saw before. Okay, so we're going to go here and then up, and we're going to break out right here. So it's similar to what we saw in cover two. And he's coming back, feels this guy clamp to him. Maybe could have stuck it in there, but feels that guy clamp and staying wide. Boom, drop it right down to your back. Okay, so you see it on both sides. Hook, go. So against Tampa 2, which they're going to do right here, we're going to pick a side and we're going to work one of these backers. So if I pick that side, I'm going to try to get that backer to hold inside and hit the hook like he did the first time. If that backer doesn't do that, gets wide and clamps to that, we know the Mike backer's getting out of there, replace right inside to the back. So I like how quick and definitive he's been with his decisions. I look there, the backer jumps, boom, get right back down to your check down, nice positive yards, 12 yards on a check down because he knows what he's looking at. He knows what he's working, who his eyes are on. All of those things are really, really good for a young guy. This is tough right here. So we're going to run double go here. So it becomes a seam right there. So when we get middle close, we're trying to work this safety. So here you'll see him, comes out, eyes, shoulders, go this direction. He's able to kind of turn the hips of that safety in that direction. So that tells us we're going to come back and try to hit this seam right here. So he does a nice job. You know, this is a bummer. This is one on tape that you look at and go, oh my gosh, this guy's wide open. Well, yeah, he is wide open, but only because first Kenny works his guy that way and then gets his eyes back to this side, which brings the safety back here. But you'll see as he comes back here to throw it, right? This guy is carrying pretty deep. So I know he's trying to get this ball up and down over the top, just a really tough throw. Like to see him take that next progression and just drop it down. So that's what we're looking at as quarterbacks, okay? Safety, which way does the safety go? Okay, off of that safety, we're going to get to the seam. And then the seam is all about the carry of whatever defender that is. If they carry, then we have to work down to our check down, or we got to work outside to our stops if we have stops on this play. So tries to fit it in. Would like to see him just check this one down right there, but I see what he's doing. He's working the safety. He's doing a good job with his eyes. It's just a tough throw up and over, but I love how aggressive he is. I love how he attacks. And yes, it's led to some interceptions this year. I get it. But as he cleans things up, as he starts to see more things, he's just going to get better and better. And I get it. You know, you can throw some interceptions, but you're going to throw them when you're playing aggressive, and it's going to lead to more big plays just like he had in this game. All right, this one, wish he would have gone. Okay, so they're running a little like double slant, choice slant to this side. On this side, he's got double slants with a flat. Okay, so I get it. If all of these guys that are walked up come, okay, this can be just as easy a throw as anything over here. Okay, but the problem is we've seen them walk up numerous times and bail out. So if they happen to bail out, right, the hardest thing to do is hit this inside slant right here. So I would have loved to seen him on this play work this side. Okay, because A, he's got more spacing. It's on the backside hash. Ball's on the backside hash. He's got more spacing. So even if these guys pop out, it's going to be harder for them to get to this outside slant, harder for them to get to this flat if they're popping out, because they're popping out into the middle of the field. So you're going to see right here, as he comes back, Cincinnati does a nice job of popping out, puts himself in a bind because these guys pop out, and you see it right here, right? Off of this defender that's trying to pop out, we've got the flat to the slant up on the top. I mean, you even have the inside slant here, which is better because the ball's on the backside hash, so it's easier than this one, even as guys are falling out this way. So it's just something that he's going to learn, right? I get it. If they all come, any side is good. But understanding what's the best side for you to be successful. If these guys walked up, pop out, where's your spacing? Where's your best opportunity away from that stuff? Because you know that's a possibility. Those are your two best options over there. And you're sitting pretty if you go to that side right here. Leads to a sack because just eyes are in the wrong spots. Tough look, right? You don't know. I get it. He's seeing the pressure, but the pop out gets him on this one and leads to a sack. Okay, so go, corner, flat, go, check down. Okay, so, all right, they're running back to cover two again. We see it, right? Covering back to cover two. He's running down the middle of the field. So this go route back here is dead. All right, so sometimes teams will run this play back here, and they'll put an in route on it back here with the back checking down. So if you get cover two, you can work the high-low on the backside off of this guy. They put a go on the backside of this one So backside is dead once you see cover 2. So now you're stuck to the front side here. All right. So not my favorite play because, again, we saw this a little bit earlier. This guy's got the ability to kind of play both of these because he's got width in this particular case. But it's your only option, right? You don't really have anything backside. So just stay there. Just stay there, Kenny. So worst case scenario, cover 2, read the flat defender. Flat defender gets depth. He carries here. Just take your flats. Flat defender comes down here. Then just be ready and try to drive your corner route in there. But just knowing that you have nothing on the back side, just stay front side. Your eyes are there already. Everything's happening for you right there. You got throws in front of you, right? You could even drive this one in, but again, this guy carries, so I'm okay. Just drop it off, but stay front side. Don't try to do too much, right? You know backside's dead. Stay there, make a good decision, and throw. So again, not perfect, right? He's not perfect. He's still learning the game, but he does so many different things well. Just certain things, just a little more patience, a little more settle, a little more calm in some of those situations like we saw in the 4 pump, a little more calm in the pocket. Just step up, settle, make your decision. There, you went to the front side, you know backside is dead. Stay there, read your keys, make the, I always say play the play. Make the decision off of what the defense does. Play the play. Not your favorite play to the front side, I get it. Corner falls off, play the play, drop it off to your flat, and live with it. Okay, so this is a tough one right here. And so we're going to run up and we're going to run a hook right here. And I'm going to run go here, I believe. And then we're going to run this little pivot right here by our number 2. And so the reason I was showing this is just because this is just a tough look. And I always wonder what coaches are trying to do. Okay, so we're going to run this up. And if this guy is supposed to hook right there, the one thing I don't want to do, right? So if he's going to hook right there, I'm really trying to beat this guy with a throw. So I've got another guy coming here on the pivot. So the idea I know is to get a high-low on that defender right there, okay? But what I don't want to do is I don't want to bring this guy into that window for my tight end, or it just clouds it up for the quarterback. So this is why I don't understand why we're going to do this and then back out, okay? Stay with me here. That if we want to pull this defender wide, okay, we can go in here and then go all the way back out here and pull him once we get outside of him. I get it. We can pull him that way. But to me, it's more effective to keep this guy out here and let him go wide right now. And then if you want him to break away late because he's got man-to-man coverage, break away late. But if I get width from that guy right now, he's got to make a decision. If I get width and he stays tucked inside, I'll just hit that right there. If I get width and that's his responsibility, he's got to widen. When he widens, now it opens up the window for my quarterback. So right here, right, we look at this and you just kind of go, well, yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a spot right there to hit it, but you see this guy's body kind of in the way right there. And now this guy's starting to pull away, but then this guy also has the ability to cover him right there. So it just leaves some indecision right there for your quarterback because we're coming in, we're hesitating, and then we're bouncing outside. Know their responsibilities. Know their responsibilities. I have no problem pushing up. You have man-to-man coverage. Then you can lean on him and break out. But I like getting width here first to play to zone coverage. If it's zone, just sit and work from there and create better spacing here between these two so your quarterback can be a little bit more definitive right here. So again, it's another sack. He's looking in the right spot. Just to me, it's too tight and he doesn't have enough time. This guy's starting to pull out late, but by that time, he's got pressure and he can't make the throw. And that's why I'm just saying it takes too long to try to get in here and then pull him back outside as opposed to just pull him outside. Pull him outside. Stay wide. Stay wide. Pull him outside and then run your pivot or run your hook and run away so I can give a little more definitive read for my quarterback because he's looking at this guy and we're just bringing him to the party by running this pivot here. We're bringing him inside, not pulling him out until late. And by that time, it's too late for my quarterback. All right, so you see a lot of good stuff from Kenny Pickett. I like where he's at. Some of the stuff I saw in college, it's been able to translate to the pros. Got a little moxie to him, got a little feel, able to see and decipher stuff quickly, has the ability to make big plays and big throws down the field. And so I think as they just continue to get better offensively, he continues to build rapport with those wide receivers on the outside. I think his future is really, really bright for Pittsburgh. So it's been a tough road. They've thrown him into against a lot of tough teams that have been tough to get wins, but doesn't mean that he's not playing well. I've seen a lot to like from this young man in his first year, and I believe it's only going to get better.